Right.
Right. I think we need to make it right here.
Uh-huh. Yeah, there's a... You can get to I-5 either on this one or the next one as well.
I was just looking at how many people there are around. When I come here, there's almost nobody.
Uh-huh.
Because I came late at night.
Uh-huh.
And now it's a completely different place.
Right. Well,
there's so
and
many
the
people.
game, and it's sunny
Yeah.
and warm out, so everyone's out
It's
and
out,
about.
yeah.
How did you feel to hear the art
The art.
exposition explained? I don't know if he had spoken to you about it in full, like what the whole exhibition is going to be like.
He told me that he's got it designed.
Uh-huh.
He mentioned that there will be. Oops. He wants to interview me and make that video part of the exhibition, but he hasn't talked me through the whole thing. So I know there will be the paintings, probably the poetry somehow, and the videos or interviews with me. So
Right.
I don't know what else.
Well, the cool thing about this is, and this is what he was explaining on Thursday, is that you normally don't get a chance to see the subject.
Yeah.
I mean, the subject is always just some, faceless, well, not faceless,
Right.
but nameless, enigmatic
Nameless,
figure that no one knows about their life. They don't know about their relationship with the artist, and not all the time, but it's not ever just shown that way, you know. And on top of that, to have it all exhibited at once, it's groundbreaking. It's so
I
cool.
know. It's hard for me to even to imagine it. You know.
Right.
It's just so huge that it's like.
Yeah, things are about to change in a very big way. They really are, and it's hard to fathom just how much they will change. You know, I mean, I've been to New York. I've been on a runway in front of thousands of people in New York, and it's really exciting. But then it didn't, for me, it didn't continue on after that. So my life, in essence, didn't change in a consistent or very, very different way. You know, it was something that I did, and then it was something that I moved back away from. You know, so once we go as Neodandi to New York, once we go with the art to New York, I mean, things will be just so drastically different for then the rest of our lives. You know? And it's like it's important. I don't think about that part too much because there's so much work to get done just so that we can get there.
Yeah.
But at the same time, there are things that I had never imagined possible in life that are so completely attainable if you work towards it, if you put your mind to it, and if you have the access to do so. You know. So,
I mean, it's huge. I mean, for myself, I never thought I would get into modeling, you know. I just followed an instinct, you know.
Right.
I just followed an instinct. I just, you know, it was just something that just popped up in my mind, and then I pursued it, you know. But I wasn't expecting anything like this to happen, you know.
Well, and I think honestly, those are the best types of actions because you go without seeking the result. You go out of a true desire just to do the thing itself, and then the result. I mean, you could have not gone anywhere with it.
Yeah.
But you still would have gone through the action on your part, which is the only thing we really have is the doing, is the action. We have the ability to act. That's what we have. We don't have control over what comes back. We don't have control over the outcome or how people respond to it. You know, we do have the control to act. Yeah, that's a Have you seen a movie? You should see this movie. It's called Boogie Woogie. Okay, you'll have to see it because it's all about the contemporary art world, and you'll get a good chance to see what that looks like. You know, it's people walking in the galleries talking about this terrible paintings. They're awful, and they're selling for $8 million, $10 million. You know, and people are fighting over this work that has there's no substance to it, you know, there's no real talent. I mean, if you were to show your pieces in the gallery, they would cause an outrage, not like a bad outrage, but an outburst because there's feeling in them, you know, there's sincerity and honesty, there's a really peculiar style about it that really draws you in, and with so much of the art out there, it's just bland and it's flat, you know. When we went to the Museum of Modern Art once in New York, we walked in, and this was right after Neodandi and I had started working on videos. We walked into this huge video exhibition in New York City at the Museum of Modern Art, and I was floored. I was like, are you kidding me? This is it? This is it? This videos? This woman opening and shutting a shutter in a window on repeat. It's just being looped. It's a volcanic eruption also being looped in grainy black and white. I was like, that's it? This is what they're calling modern art? This is what's going in this museum? That's it? There's no... They have social statements that they're making, sure, but there's no skill... There's no real formulated thought in it. You know, there's something lacking. Moved so far away from the grand style that people don't have a complex understanding of the simplicity they're putting forth. You know, it's just simplicity just for simplicity's sake. Like, oh look, I just drew some brown on a canvas and I called it art, and I'm gonna sell it for $20 million.
The last time I went to the gallery with Nilarte, there was literally just a white sheet of paper was the painting. A complete white. Just nothing. Are you insane?
We the last time Yuli and I were in New York, it was about a year ago, and we were making. We made art with the art that was on the walls because they were really great backgrounds. They were really great beginnings to paintings. They had like really, really complex, beautiful layerings of colors, and then that was it. You know, and so okay, fine, color blocking, great. You're going to add a specific color or essence into a room, but this was all browns and greens, and it looked like dirt in essence. Which, okay, sure, that's fine, but really, and I think it was selling for $30,000.
Wow, that's just.
I would just go paint a brown square on my wall.
That's easy.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to go for a bike ride this afternoon.
Oh, that sounds like a great idea.
I need to, according to my training plan, I need to do that.
It was a good day for that, though.
Yeah, oh my gosh, great.
So, would you? I'm really serious. I want to do Ironman, and I would like our models. I would like to get a team of our models, like at some point in the future, to do Ironman. Would you take on the training and training everyone?
Well, sure, I can.
Because we can.
Not a professional, but
well, that's okay. Yeah. We can bring in a professional that you can work with, but but then you can lead the team.
Yeah. No,
okay.
Definitely.
Okay, good.
Yeah. You want to do a short one first?
Oh, of course. We'll practice.
Oh, I think on July, 24th, I think I'm doing a sprint one.
sprint one?
Yeah.
What's that? How long?
It's it's a half a mile swim, 12-mile bike, and 3-mile run.
Oh. What's it? How long is half a mile swimming?
For me, it takes 16 minutes.
16?
Yeah. So think of it as it's 16 laps of the pool.
Okay.
So if you know how much time it takes you to take one lap, for me it takes about a minute and 10 seconds. So about 16 minutes.
Yeah, I haven't ever really timed myself swimming in the pool. I took swimming lessons when I was 6, and have always really loved water, but have never really swam competitively, and didn't ever swim correctly, like in terms of strokes and breathing, until last year when I asked the lifeguard at the Y for help. I was like, what am I doing wrong?
Yeah, I haven't either. I've never had classes growing up. I haven't had classes at all. An aunt of mine taught me how to swim for the first time. And I think then in Miami, my ex-husband showed me a couple of times. And I guess these two things just gave me some very basic knowledge. And then when I decided to do the sprint triathlon for the first time, I went to the pool and I thought, I'm not sure how to do it, but I'll just go to the pool and just stay in the pool until I figure it out. So I went to the pool and I started swimming, and I realized that I couldn't do more than 2 laps without having to just stop and breathe for a minute, and then maybe keep going more. But I just realized that I was doing something terribly wrong, because I would get tired too fast. So anyways, I still stayed for like an hour and a half maybe in the pool, and then I went home, and then my ex-husband told me that I'm supposed to breathe every other stroke, and I was breathing every 4th stroke. So I told him that I'm getting tired and I'm barely breathing, and so he's like, breathe every other stroke. So when I started doing that, it immediately turned to be very much easier for me. So
well, and what I like about breathing while you're swimming is that it really helps you get into a rhythm, into a steady rhythm between your stroke and your breath, which I would have to say that's my biggest hurdle when it comes to doing anything, is just breathing correctly and breathing at a steady pace. Do you remember when New Latte showed you guys how to do bagwell walk at rehearsal when we were at Halo, where you can go like this?
Yes,
and you go in a circle. So I've been doing that a little bit on my own, and same. I mean, you should be breathing in for 4 steps and out for 4 steps, and in for 4 steps and out for 4 steps. But I always start hurrying, exhaling, and then it's so it takes a lot of focus, which is good. A lot of will to get yourself to hold it steady, which I like. So
but you can do it. I mean, it is definitely doable. I mean, if I can do it, you just have to have no fear. No fear, and believe that you can do it.
I'd like to do that. But you have to have a bike, right?
Yeah, you have to have a bike.
I wonder if my brother has a road bike. My brother mountain bikes. So he started when he was a teenager mountain biking, and would do downhill racing. And so he always had big, heavy bikes with huge tires and like 8 inches of travel on his shocks. He wasn't ever much big into road biking, but he always has bikes around, so I'll have to ask him.
Yeah, ask him for a road bike though. Don't show up with a mountain
Oh
bike.
no! Oh no! I know the difference because I always had mountain bikes growing up since he did, and I remember going on a long ride on a road once with a friend of mine, and I was like, "This is really hard."
Yeah, you'll just be at a huge disadvantage if you go with a mountain bike. But at every race there's at least a couple of people that do it, but I just feel for them because they have to work a lot more than people.
Right. It's really beautiful out here during the day. See, I'm the same. I only ever drive out here at night.
Yeah, it's your first time.
Yeah. And so you have woods right around you.
Yeah.
Right? So you go running on trails close to your house?
Trail that's just next to the river.
Mm-hmm.
There's a trail next to my house, but I prefer to go on another trail that I have to drive for about 7 minutes to. And it's right next to the Sammamish River. And it has mileposts on the side. So it helps me know how many miles I've gone for. So.
Do you have a pedometer?
No, I don't. The other option is to have a GPS watch. But that watch is way too big. It's this big, Plus it's I think $200. So.
Yeah.
And the third option is just to check. If you know where you've been, you can check online how long it is. But I don't know. I just like that trail.
See, I haven't much enjoyed running outside because I always live downtown.
Yeah, I don't like running next to the traffic.
No, and on sidewalks, like when I first, I wasn't running much at all. I wasn't running at all when I moved to Seattle. But I moved to West Seattle, and there's right by where I was living, there was a huge cement factory. So I didn't, when I was outside, I didn't ever want to do anything outside because there was all of that pollution. And then I've run to the Y and back, to go back and pick something up, and the smell of the hot dogs, the smell of the people on the street, it's like just that there's so much.
I know. Yes, exactly. So when you run, you just want everything to be fresh and pure.
And I heard you took Keith on a run.
Well, he wants to lose weight, right? So he asked me if I would go run while he's walking. So I said yes. I want to help whenever I can help. So so we started this Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and basically he goes and he does his thing. He walks and I do my thing. I run and then we talk for 2-3 minutes and whenever we pass each other. So he's been keeping it up. So good for him.
Good, yeah. And I know he's really serious about it. He said it really kind of hit home when he was shooting Javier. He was doing a photo shoot with Javier. And Javier was like, I need to lose 10 more pounds.
What?
And Keith was like, what are you talking about? And, since Javier wants to do modeling for Abercrombie and Fitch and, other things, he's almost too muscular. And so the way that they're talking about him losing is bulk, in essence. It's not fat, it's just the extra bulk that he has. And Javier had a weird body anyways to me. I thought Javier's body was very strange. I thought it was wide and I don't know. Anyways.
I thought his body is good, is fine, but he always looks like he's about to fall asleep, and like he's been drinking all night and he just woke up.
But he's in that age. He's at that age in that lifestyle choice where there's a lot of drinking. There's a lot of. It's so funny, and him and Jesse, him more so than Jesse. One day they were at the space, and they were talking about girls, and Javier was like, I can't get a girlfriend, and he's like, but I don't really want a girlfriend. I just want somebody, to be with. And I was, and the whole idea of dating and there's no concept of courting, or of actually seeking a woman and figuring out how to get to her, liking someone that would require a conquest, some sort of chase,
It sounds very cheap now, doesn't it?
It does. It does.
All right.
It does. Okay, home sweet home. Oh, their color. I've never seen your space during the day.
You haven't seen that?
No. No, I've only ever been here at night.
I like this community.